up, you guys? It's Mary.
And
we invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below. You all can say we are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, season 7, episode 12, you guys. And we are going to be talking about the degeneracy of Ashley Darby. Okay, and how she is trying to get her Sesame Street character, drag queen looking friends to come for Candace for no reason whatsoever.
No reason. It really is
like
no
Deborah.
Reason.
Do you really think
for Candace and for Wendy?
Like, but I feel like it's so interesting that you guys want to go for the two women who are happily married with men who actually genuinely love them.
Yes.
Your men that y'all have
that's
would not even bother.
Yes.
Your men that y'all have would not even bother to think of you enough to go buy you a donut. Actually, all the nasty things you probably had to do with Michael's gay self, it's probably deplorable.
Down
all the things that down low self.
He has not admitted, even though he went around trying to grab some of the husbands'
rear ends. Yes.
And some of them got really upset. I remember, I think
Chris wanted to fight him.
Yes, because it's like, don't you dare. And
I mean,
did
they
you
had his
touch one
weenie?
of the cameraman or something on the bottom too?
And then remember he had his picture on Grindr.
No, I don't know about that. I don't
remember
know
when you saw his what is it? They showed the picture of his nude. Remember you like, oh, is that Michael?
Yeah. What's Grindr?
It's a gay dating app.
Oh wow.
For I think it's for yeah.
You see,
allegedly.
But then he's down low. Then instead of him just being honest, you know that's it's the deceit for me with the down low men. Like there's no need for you to be down low. It's really down low behavior.
Yeah.
You know, like just be honest with people, and then let the woman be able to say, okay, do I still want to be with this man who is bisexual?
Yeah.
Or who is gay, but he down and then wants to be with a woman. I don't know. You just be honest about that, so that you give her that option. But yeah, she had to deal with all of that.
Ashley had to deal with
she really didn't love that man. Ashley was that man because of some money.
Yes.
And because she came from poverty. She talked about that.
I mean, it's understandable, Ashley, but don't sit down here. I totally understand you wanted to get your come up. You were a waitress in this restaurant. He picked you up and decided, okay, let me make her life, but I can only imagine the hell that man put you through just for you to get $2.
Is an awful person,
which he has proven himself to be.
He's a horrible person. Even when you marry him for his money, he's gonna put you through the damn ringer to the point that you will hate yourself for having to do these whatever. Ugh.
I can only imagine what she had to do just
so
to get money.
You can, get what you need as his wife, which
it's really sick. It's really sad.
And to have to stay with him because he had a prenup, and she stayed
exactly just a month after the deadline, and then she left.
And then she made sure she had the 2 kids.
Yes,
so that
he did not want
get that 18-year prenup, so she got that 18-year child support money.
Yeah, because he did not want kids.
You know what
he
I'm
actually
saying?
did not, but she popped them out, at least 2.
Yeah, she had to. Oh my goodness, this poor girl.
I mean, but that's why
that's why she's bitter.
But that's why she's so bitter, though. Like, do not sit down here and talk to us about how, the reason why you are bringing this stuff up to Candace is because you are a woman who was scorned and your husband was cheating. Girl, you were probably happy that you not have sex with that man that night when he was out there cheating. So, child, please.
You're jealous,
and you're also just trying to comfort Candace for no reason. Yeah, like, for you to sit down there and tell her, I know that you're trying to have a baby with him, Candace, but if you want to just stick your head in the sand, then just say that. You stuck your head in the sand for many years with Michael because you were trying to get a check, boo. Please sit down.
She knew what it was. Her eyes were wide open, and she was.
I know, but she was acting like to her friends that she's going to stick her head in the sand. That's what she was acting like to her friends. Though.
And I didn't buy it.
Obviously we did not buy it. We peeped the game.
Like, okay,
but I mean,
because I'm like looking at him, looking at you. Okay. And he wasn't really even nice to her.
He was never nice
when
to her.
He was with her.
No.
He always spoke to her in a condescending way.
Always put her down.
Always. And embarrassing her. Could not keep his tendencies.
Could not keep his weenie in the household.
Had to show it by doing all that stuff in public. Grabbing men's behind. Like, he was doing all this stuff for her to break up with him. And she was not going to without making sure she had that bag.
Yeah.
And hey, look, I respect the hustle, but there is a
I respect the hustle, but yeah, there is a price.
There's a price to pay, and I couldn't, you know.
But my thing is, it's like she's taking out her anger and her aggression onto Candace.
Yeah.
You made those choices,
honey. I don't really like, what's her Candace's husband's name? Chris.
I don't like Chris. I don't really like Candace. I mean, Chris is not always super nice to Candace either. You know what I'm saying? But he's not as horrible as Michael. He's not even close to being as horrible as Michael was, okay? And also, Candace, I don't really think she's a nice person, but I'm seeing that she's getting along with her mom now. I know that was a huge source of why she had a lot of anger.
She's getting her little therapy on.
Yeah, I mean, I know that was a source of why she has so much anger. So hopefully she's a better person. Yeah. I have not seen her since Monique dragged her ass across the table.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's my point. I just feel like there's no point for you to be coming for her.
I know.
Nobody is looking at Deborah. And then when they even play back the clip of Chris, this man was not even looking at you. You actually introduced yourself, complimented him, and then was having extra conversation. And he never
even walked up to him. You moved from your chair and walked yourself over to where he was standing, all on his phone, probably with his wife.
Yes, all up in his face or whatever, and then you want to come for Wendy's husband.
Chris, and he was just like, he wasn't even looking at you. This was her standing here in his face like this,
and he was like
this. And he was like this. Oh yeah, well, you know, Chris is I can. He was not even looking at her.
He was trying to figure something else to say because he really had nothing to say to you.
And the producers are really
so shady. They played the whole thing back. You looked so dumb, and I'm happy that Candace did not take. No. Okay. But I'm happy that Candace did not take the bait.
No.
And then also she wants to come and talk about how, Wendy's husband, even he, you know, Smiley Eddie, he came over smiling and laughing. I mean, everybody sees Eddie smiling. Deborah, he is very happy. He is very blessed.
You are not a pretty young thing. You don't look...
you are actually quite the opposite, if we're going to be honest.
Let's just do the opposite of PYT, the total opposite of that.
Ugly little thing, okay? Hello.
I wasn't going to say ugly because she's somebody's person, but just open the gate. It's open.
It's open. Yeah, it should be open. Is it not open?
I mean,
want to lie on Wendy's husband at all. Like, girl, please. You actually just looked dumb.
And if he's, you know, some people naturally are flirts, just in the way they just talk.
But he is not,
but they're not
Eddie
really
is not,
checking for you.
Eddie wasn't flirting, though. He was just smiling. He's just a happy man.
Yeah.
He has a beautiful wife. He has a beautiful family. They're both educated. They're both highly paid.
Yes.
And you just want to hate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyway, I'm not going to get into it because I can talk all day about her looks.
I know.
But Candace, Ashley, you sat down there, invited your Sesame Street character friend to come on the show.
Yes.
For the Karen's event.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you're trying to goad Candace.
Yes.
Candace was like, I'm
First,
sorry.
Robin came out to say, hey,
that's her friend.
That's her friend. So Robin, I'm sure, knew that Candace was going to, Ashley was going to be bringing the friend.
Right. Was instigating her, was trying to egg her on. Candace did not even give it any attention.
I'm so happy during that whole thing that they were doing. And Candace looked so good.
She looked so good.
She had her hair down.
Popping, body popping, looking good, hair on point, color shining bright. She looked like she had just come from secretary job, looking like she had a full 24-hour shift, honey. Looking very haggard.
Yes.
And her eyebrows were touching her hairline.
I know.
Looking a mess.
I know.
Got too much Botox that day. But yeah, so she did not even, and then Ashley, you came looking dumb, came again. I want you to really be my friend. She means no harm. Like, why are you being mean to my friend? Why are you being mean to my friend? She's like, girl, please. Like, I'm not even going to
checking for you.
Like, no, she was not.
I'm not checking for them. Period. Like, I'm so over it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was just a mess, and I'm glad that she just dismissed.
Santi sana.
Mambo, kaka. Bye.
Santi sana.
But yeah, so that whole
Santa means thank you.
Yes, it does. So yeah, I'm happy she didn't, but they were so ready to come for her. Even Wendy was laughing, and even Eddie, when Wendy was talking to Eddie about it, he was like, "Oh shit, I can't laugh no more."
I know.
Like, it was just laughable.
I can't smile anymore. Like,
come on, you know. But I want to talk about Mia, Jacqueline, and Gordon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. She came in like, I feel like at this point it's so fake. The whole thing
like
was
Portia.
fake.
on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, trying
really
so hard
to have a narrative, to have a story.
To have some narrative to stay in this show.
It was
like, no one cares about what you're doing, Mia, with Jacqueline and Gordon and with anybody else.
I mean, child, please. I know you're doing everything, but I'm really trying to have sex with Gordon. The fact that the man said that, oh, we need to be spending more time together, that, oh, we need to be having showers, it just lets me know that you're not trying to have sex with that man. I mean, girl, please.
Honestly, the way the husband looked at him, and I hope you got a still picture of that photo.
Unfortunately, I did, because you forced me to take a picture of his ugly ass.
I looked at him. The way he looks at Mia, it looked like with such disgust, like someone who could not stand her. That's how the look he gave her was like someone, not the look of a husband, someone who can't stand your ass. That's how he looked.
Yeah.
Someone who is just disgusted with you. That's how that man looked at her. Like something like, that's how he looked. I was like,
yeah.
I say you gotta screenshot that because this man does not like this woman. We can already tell she has no respect for her husband.
Well, she doesn't like him either.
And that she doesn't like him. We already know that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how he felt about her. Now I do. Why you guys are still married? Only God knows.
Only God knows. But yeah, I mean,
because the level of disrespect and dislike that they have for each other, you all should not even be in the same vicinity with
but
each
she's
other.
so fake. I remember when he came to Karen or whatever, she's like, "Hi, Daddy," but didn't even kiss him on the lips.
No,
it was like
she turned her
head
quickly.
But also, I just want to talk about the interaction, because the interaction was very fake.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Jacqueline comes in or whatever, something like that. They're here joking. She's like, you're not going to share your wine or whatever stuff. And then immediately Gordon's like, you know, it seems like they had planned this whole scene. Because even Gordon was like, she's like, you want to be close to me? You want to be close to me? And then Jacqueline's like, okay, I'll be close to you. And then Gordon sits down. I'm like, why are you here when this is a woman conversation? And he's like, it's odd, you know, Jacqueline being between the two of us. And then she was like, are you okay? And then Jacqueline was like, well, are you okay? Because, you know, I don't play about Gordon. You know I don't play about G. She's like, yes, we know. And then, what was it? Then he was like, and then she was like, are you okay? Are you okay?
It was, the whole thing was boring.
No, wait. But then she's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, no, he's not. Very odd. Like, got really, like, intense for, like, 2 seconds or whatever, stuff like that. And then, I mean, it just, the whole thing was so fake. And I'm just like, Mia, we can all tell that it's fake. No one gives a damn what you're doing with Jacqueline, okay? Whether you
Gordon,
guys, like, whether she's a sister wife or not.
At this point, deserve each other.
I personally feel like she is probably getting tired of everybody probably putting, like, this whole, I mean, not trying to make her a slut, but just this whole narrative. Like, Mia being a hoe and Jacqueline being a hoe narrative. So they decide to come together and try to make it seem like it's pure.
I don't think anyone is really checking for Mia. Like,
no, but
Jacqueline or Gordon.
Giselle and Robin are fake acting like they're checking for them because they keep on talking about her sex life. You know what I'm saying? And I think maybe Mia is getting a little bit tired of it or whatever. I don't know what it is.
You're the one who brought it up.
I know, but then they're sitting out here having this whole scene.
You're taking a shower with a woman and the window is open so that everybody can see you. Like,
it's just giving attention whore. That's what it's really
giving.
You know, like, I just felt like, I don't know why they even had this scene.
And Giselle is talking about that because she does not have a life. Go get a life of your own.
Yeah, I mean, Giselle is miserable. I mean, that's very obvious. She has been with her ex-husband.
For someone who has 2 teenage daughters, you should actually have a life. Yeah, outside of always putting your nose in someone's sexual escapade.
Well, she has nothing going on. For real. I mean, she's still here with her degenerate ex. Apparently, he had kissed her that we're seeing in the next preview.
And Robbie, you need to keep an eye on that one man who you're trying to give a second chance to. Because he don't look like he liked you either.
Yeah, I never felt like Juan actually really respected her or liked her for real.
No, I mean,
it just seems odd, their relationship. I mean, somebody online was calling her Juan's roommate. I thought that was so fake. I mean, that's really what it is at this point. I mean, are we getting married? Are we not getting married? You're doing a prenup. Because what is it? He got you some, was it not legal trouble, but financial issues, I think. I can't remember. The whole thing is very odd. Listen, we always say here on this channel, do not give men second chances.
Yeah.
Even if he called you out your name one time, do not go and give that man a second chance.
No.
It's over because it only gets worse. And then when you take him back, you enable that behavior.
Exactly. And let's just think about it for a second. I've never had any of my friends who have been friends with me for double-digit years. I've never had them call me out of my name. And these are just friends. Imagine your lover who you sleep with. Mm-hmm. Why the hell should you take him calling you out of your name?
Right.
It makes no sense. If my own friend will not do that, why should my spouse or boyfriend or whatever, lover, why should we give grace to them when they do that? When my friend doesn't do that? The spouse should be more than that, right? They should be more than the friend.
Yeah.
They should be better than the friend.
Right.
If my friend don't come out of my name, I'm not expecting my spouse to come out of my name. So when you do that one time, you get canceled. We get a divorce. It's over.
Absolutely.
It's over.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna get into that beast. That's what he was. Dana White hitting his wife.
Oh,
we'll talk about that.
We will be talking about that both as well.
Because that was just
but I want to talk about Karen's show. I mean, I know she came for Giselle and Robin.
That was hilarious.
And me personally, I don't like Giselle and Robin. But I mean, Karen, the show is about everybody else but you. I mean, if anything, it should have been Friends and Karen. Like, you should have been in a small font.
Yes,
somewhere
really,
in the corner.
Seriously.
Like you could have acted like you were hosting
because
it.
You sat down.
You sat down, and then you had 2 outfit changes, and then you were like, you don't want people dancing, but you're there doing the little shimmy as you're coming out. The whole thing just seemed a little, it gave low budget. It actually gave low budget.
It was in a really small room.
I know, and then it was like at the Improv, so I guess she decided to have comedians there, but she really wasn't doing anything. And I mean, do you have a podcast, Karen? Because I'm like, why does she have this event? Are you trying to show off your hosting skills? I was very confused. I mean, at least Robin and Giselle.
Was a host.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this was not really her show. She was just hosting the show.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue that I had with Robin and Giselle's thing was that there were times where it was boring. And then also the venue was too big. But at least they had enough space for everybody. For Karen, it seemed like it was kind of
low budget.
It was low budget.
Yeah.
You know, and then also just seemed really crowded.
It was really like, it was a small room for the amount of people that they had there. And
then it's like you were doing questions, and you're like, oh, well, we want people to ask these drag queens about, you want people to ask the drag queens questions, but really it was your event, so why do we want to ask the drag queen a question? You know what I'm saying? And then also it's like you had them on a high chair, you're down in the corner somewhere on some super low chair.
No, were they even sitting? I think they were standing up.
No, they were sitting. They were sitting on these high chairs, and Karen was in the corner somewhere.
I hate those high chairs. I happened to be one time for an interview, and they had this high chair, and I was like, okay, how do I get up here? And they, like, 2 people had to hold it for me to climb up. That was so embarrassing. Like, I couldn't stop laughing because I was nervous, but at the same time, it was, like, embarrassing. But yeah, I thought that they were standing.
No, there were those high chairs.
And she can't get on the high chair, so she get a comfortable chair for herself.
Yeah.
But then have her guest in these high chairs, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
It was, and then Mia getting up to.
What do you do when one of your friends exposes your business? Girl, you've been exposing your business all around town. Please sit your dusty ass down in the corner. Thank you. I mean, if you don't want people to be talking about your business, then stop talking about it. Stop talking about who you're having sex with. Stop talking about whose booty hole you're licking and all this stuff. And then she had the nerve to go. I mean, like, and then she was talking about how, the Peter Thomas current girlfriend, how she slept with her, and then how also the girlfriend apparently gave Gordon foreplay the nights before the wedding. I'm like, how do you expect people not to talk about you when you talk about yourself like a dog?
Who cares?
I'm like, I didn't need to know that information
about some Peter's girlfriend. That's not even on the show.
Well, I hope she is not out and about. I hope she's not taking pictures with Peter, because girl, she has talked about you like a dog on this show. I mean, exposing all of Peter's...
He is family, though. Family. And I don't play with family, Wendy. I don't play with family. I can't. I don't have enough brain cells to talk about me. I just don't.
Mia is so dumb. It's not even funny how dumb that girl is.
But like, the preview, they say, I think finally Jacqueline is going to get upset. I don't know.
Oh,
is that going to be fake too?
No, Mia told her you need to close your damn legs to married men. That's what Mia tells Jacqueline.
Was she talking about Gordon?
I don't know. She said, I ain't never slept with your husband.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe it's
say
fake.
That whatever she has, she gives Jacqueline. So
well, no. Apparently, was it Gordon? Apparently, had paid a down deposit for Jacqueline's car.
For the Porsche.
I don't know what's going on. I actually don't care what's going on. Please, can Mia get the hell off the show? Because if you're going to be talking about your sick sex life that no one wants to know about, I don't want to see your ass next season.
I don't know how she does that and then shows up the next day at work.
I'd be embarrassed.
Her job. How do you even keep employees? How do they take you seriously?
I like to watch my husband with other people. Let me come out and say some stuff like that.
Her husband out, and that's why he hates her. Because the look he gave her.
Well, because she doesn't want to have sex with him, so she has to get other people.
No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that.
I don't want to know.
What I saw in his eyes and the way he made his face,
I couldn't look because his face goes
that dislike. There's a depth to it. It goes deeper than that, for real. But anywho,
I don't even care.
It is Mary and Amma.
You
guys tell us what you think. Are you just getting tired of this particular narrative? I just think Real Housewives of Potomac. You guys live in the best city, richest city in Maryland, right? Like, you just got to. There got to be other narratives than Mia, Jacqueline, and Gordon. Like, there just has to be more than that to the show. Anywho, it's Mary and Emma.
If Mia is there next season, I will not be reviewing the show. Sorry, I'm not. I can't, because if it's another season about sex and debauchery, I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting my precious brain cells on this foolishness. I don't need to know about who licking who.
It's also fake. It's
so really fake. Like a Jacqueline there and Mia there.
It was fake. The whole thing. Did you think it was like rehearsed?
If somebody come in this comment section talking about how it seemed real, I'm going to have to block you. Please do not come up in here talking about how you thought that scene with Jacqueline, Mia, and Gordon was real. And I'm going to have an issue. I'm going to be looking at my phone like, please don't. Please.
We wouldn't block you, but we probably would give you the eyelashes, the
side eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Mary.
And Abba.
We invite y'all to
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below because I'm exhausted.
Know. What do you think? Like, do you feel like it's exhausted as us? Do you think it was fake? Are you just tired of the narrative of what kind of sex Gordon is doing? And do you think Gordon actually likes his wife? Does she even like him? I mean, let's not even talk about love. Let's just start with like.
I swear,
these people like each other. Can they even stand each other?
I swear the only reason why we're actually even reviewing the show is for our very first subscriber who has been with us since we had like two subscribers, day one, Tanika Bryan. We're only doing this for her because she has been like our ride or die since day one, okay? She was here with us when we only had 2 subscribers. Now we're like 2,100.
Okay? This is for you.
We're suffering because of you. So just know we love you that much.
We're hoping it gets better.
I mean, we're praying.
Hoping it gets better.
Because it can't be just this, sis. It can't.
Someone like writes to own or something, just be like, it guts to get better. It has to.
Because I have a headache. I have to go pop an ibuprofen right now because I have such a headache.
Like when I was watching Portia, even with Portia, at least Portia was a little more dramatic, more interesting. This one
from when she went from fighting, they were fighting in the place to her praying. Like, what is happening here? Like, how you got somebody praying in the corner, but you on the other side of the room with somebody fighting? Portia need help. Anyway, we wish her luck on her wedding marriage.
Fiance with Shahida and Shahida, whether the guy was like Bismillah,
I
was like, okay. All right, beloved, with your foolishness right here, please don't call Allah's name.
Please don't, because you started this.
Stop with your foolishness.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Goodbye.